What's up, folks? It's Ed with Ed's Garage and Grill. Check this out. We got stickers, baby. $3 a piece. If y'all want one, just drop me a line. Listen, we're been a little slack in the shop lately. It's been hot, been working. We're back in here tonight. We're gonna do a little grill video for y'all tonight. Been working on some cars. Not as much as we should, but I'm a working slob, y'all. You know how it is. You get Saturday, and if you don't get interrupted there, you don't get a whole lot of time other than Saturday and maybe some Sunday afternoon. And you got to work the family in. You got to get ready for a work week. So anyway, we're gonna do a little grill segment. Maybe y'all will enjoy it. We'll give you a little shot of the shop. We'll show you our featured artist still rocking some Jack Marion. We'll give you a shot of that in a minute. So y'all hold tight. We're gonna light the grill up. All right, I got the lights off. I'm trying to conserve a little heat in the shop. It's been a hot one down here in Georgia, boys and girls. But we're just hanging out, gonna light the grill. Got some Jack Marion. This is my wife's cousin, Joe. Y'all check him out. Jack Marion on YouTube. Him and a couple of buddies do all of the songwriting, music writing, and singing and all. So y'all check it out. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit and we'll step out to the grill. There's the prepped up food. It's a light cooking this evening. We're gonna step outside to the garage and grill, the grill section. We don't have the big rig fired up this evening. We got the Okie Joe going. I love grilling on some charcoal, so I cheat. My buddy Ron tells me I cheat because I use that gas burner in there to light my chimney. It lets that charcoal get going a whole lot quicker. But we got it rolling over in there. I don't know if you can tell. I got a gas burner snuck in that firebox. Real easy to pull it out if I want a stick burn or just straight wood burn. But we're gonna get the grill heated up, dump some coals, and I'll come back with you when we get ready to start putting some meat on. I'll tell you what we're eating, how we prepped it, and see you shortly. Woo, it's hot. I'm liquid cool. All right, it's hot. I burned holes in my shoes with this. But dump that hot stuff, baby. Dump it. We're gonna spread these coals out. All right, I'm gonna show y'all. Most people build way too big of a charcoal fire. And I'm cooking some thin chicken breast and some deer meat wrapped in bacon tonight. Neither one of them need high heat. So I'm gonna keep kind of a cool section of my grill down here. So especially that deer meat, as that deer meat gets ready, you don't wanna overcook it. It's backstrap wrapped in bacon. Like putting a piece of bacon wrapped filet mignon in your mouth. But I can move it down here to my cool section of the grill. A lot of people build too big. There's Pookie. Say hey to everybody, Pookie. Hey. A lot of people build too big of a fire, and then they try to burn everything up or overcook it. And that, when you're grilling, in my opinion, the number one mistake people make is overcooking. Yeah, they want to make sure it's cooked to temp so nobody gets sick, but they overcook it, and that results in dried out tough food. We don't want that. So we're gonna sit y'all down. Might have to readjust that camera. Sit y'all down. since we're cooking that white meat chicken, I like to spray my grates with a little olive oil. Keeps that chicken from sticking. Plus it's good seasoning and it smells real good. But see, you see how medium heat my fire is. I just get a little slight flame on there when I shoot that oil on it. This old thick metal Oklahoma Joe, once you get all that metal heated up, she cooks real good. So that's how we prep up the grill. We'll come back to y'all in a minute when we get ready to put meat on, and I'll tell you how I prepped up the meat. All right, here's what we're working with tonight. My wife is a chicken nut. So we got just skinless, boneless breast. We hit it with some garlic salt and some Cavender's Greek seasoning. She said she wanted Greek tonight. So that Cavender's is good stuff. We'll have some more recipes later with that on how we do some homemade redneck gyros, or gyros as some people call it. So anyway, just sliced boneless chicken breast, garlic salt, Cavender's seasoning. Right here, just got right from your grocery store, wrapped up corn. You'll notice that plastic is a little foamed up. Now, a lot of people probably flame me on this. When you cook it on the grill, it takes a long time to get it soft. So I cheat. Here's one of my secrets. I cheat. I'll pop a hole in it right here. I slap it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and that kind of pre-cooks it, loosens it up, you know, kind of pre-tenderizes it. Then when I put it on the grill, all I'm doing is looking to put some sear on it and put some smoke flavor on it. So that's how we prep our corn. And then the star of the show for tonight is right here. This is venison backstrap, or as us rednecks call it, deer meat backstrap, deer backstrap. Cut it in chunks a little bigger than your thumb, and wrap it in bacon. And then all I put on it seasoning wise is some Japanese barbecue sauce. I'll show you I'll put a picture of the label in the description below. But Japanese barbecue sauce, that stuff's salty enough, you don't need to add any salt, and it's got enough flavor, you don't need to add any flavor. And this is why we work with a medium heat on our grill. This bacon, if you go on a hot grill with that bacon's gonna try to flame and start a fire. All we wanna do is brown that bacon up good. The deer meat, really, you wanna kinda eat that medium rare. That's where it's the most tender. So we wanna sear it on both sides. That's why I put them on skewers. It's easier to handle these chunks. Flip them on both sides, get a nice sear on them, and then move them down to that cool side of the grill that I talked about. So that's kind of the prep. Very simple, but very good. And we'll be back when we put it on the grill. All right, we're gonna go on with this corn. And we always got the option, if the fire's a little too hot, to move it down to that cooler side of the grill. We want to get some good sear marks on this corn. And we cheated. I like to do corn in the husk also, but this is a quick and easy deal. Then we're going on with our deer meat. Can you hear that sizzle? So good. All right. There's that Japanese barbecue sauce. We'll see if we can make sure we don't waste any of that. All right, that ought to be good. We're gonna close it up. We'll come back and flip it. All right, it's been about 3 minutes or so. We're gonna check our corn. We should have good sear marks. Look at there. Remember, we microwaved that corn. We cheated. So we're just wanting to brown it on the grill. And here's another little trick I like to do. We got some soft butter. While it's on the grill, we'll go ahead and, it's so hot out here, my butter about got too dang soft. We'll hit it with some butter.
Now, let's see what our, look at that deer meat. Ooh, boy, can you see that? Ooh, that one's hot. I gotta get my tongs. I left them in the shop. All right, and you see that bacon is getting real brown. We're gonna give it just a minute right here on the heat, then we're gonna move it down. And that boneless, skinless chicken cooks so fast. We're gonna move that deer meat out of the way and go to cooking our chicken. By the time chicken's done, deer meat ought to be just right. So we'll be back. Okay, we're back with some tongs. I ain't never been accused of being too smart. I might be getting out of the camera angle here. We're gonna move this deer meat out of the way. It can indirect cook down there and finish cooking to doneness. Some of them were bigger cuts, so I left them closer to the fire here. Now, chicken, bad about sticking, so we're gonna make sure we want a good lubed up grill so that chicken doesn't stick. We might even, just so we can say we did, we might even give our chicken a bit of a lube so it won't stick on that hot grill grate. Here we go. On with the chicken. My wife is a chicken nut. Alright, so the chicken is on, and that stuff cooks really fast. You don't want to go but about 2 minutes on each side. The way I like to cook chicken, when it looks good and brown and done, sear marks, it is done, especially those thin cuts. So we'll be right back. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. We're gonna check this chicken. We're gonna use a little Tony Chachere's. I like to use that. I can't get away with using too much of it because Pookie fusses because it's spicy. We're gonna hit that corn. This is almost like some Mexican street corn, except it's cooked by a fat redneck in Georgia. But don't hold that against me. All right, we hit that corn with some of the Tony Chachere's, and my butter has about to give completely up on me. We might start a fire right here. Y'all might get some fun. We're gonna hit some more corn, butter on that corn. All right, that's all of that. All right, let's check our chicken. That chicken is probably, I can tell, you see how the edges are starting to get white looking? That chicken is ready to turn. Look at that. And like I said, you see how it looks done. It looks good. This chicken cooks so fast, and I'm telling you, it won't take but just a minute on this side, and we'll have all of it ready to come off. For those of you wondering, I'm cooking at about 300 degrees on the grill. Like I said, I don't want a real hot fire because on this kind of stuff, it'll burn it up. On a steak, you want that sucker rolling hot, and for me, I like to cook my steaks as hot as I can get the fire. And I put my steak on for about a minute on each side, and off it comes. I want the outside of that steak black and the inside almost pink or red and cool to the touch. But look at our corn, starting to get nice and browned up. Maybe I didn't get too much Tony Chachere's on it, so Pookie won't fuss at me. But just about ready to pull this. Be right back. All right, it's been about 2 more minutes. Let's check this chicken. Look at there, perfectly brown on that side. And if we leave that any longer, that's gonna get tough and dry. So I washed my container in the shop. You gotta be real careful with chicken. It's a nasty critter. Pull that chicken. That one's a little thicker. We're gonna leave it for just a minute. let's get this corn and deer meat. Look at those, boy. Ooh, they gonna be so good. Off with the final piece of chicken. And that is a good looking plate of food right there. So that's it. We're gonna go eat. I might figure out how to try to put a snapshot in of my finished plate where I fix my plate. But this fat boy's about to go eat. We'll catch y'all.